Legendary YouTuber Keemstar says he quits. He's done. Why? He's too old. Hi, I'm Tommy C, and this is Shot from the Point News. I had zero plans of uploading, but I felt compelled to do it right now because I think they're one of the reasons I haven't been uploading. You know, I've given the excuse that it's dead out there, and to some extent that's true, but I haven't really been moved by the topics. And if I were just to report the stuff that got me more views, I think I would lose my core audience, which is what I've always supported the most. Keem put out a video, normal drama alert, and drama alerts changed over the years, and we're going to watch the video together, but he pointed out that some people were saying it was pretty cringy that he reports on these TikTokers who are legitimate social media celebs, and that's what drama alert does, that it's pretty cringe at somebody his age. And it really got me thinking on what stories that I want to cover on here and on the other channel. And I really haven't been putting my best effort into it. I've been more interested in some of the gaming stuff I've been doing behind the scenes, whether it's my arcade one-up or just oddball gaming stuff that I normally like to do. I have a stream. I'll let you check it out right there. I got a 3D emulator for 8-bit NES, and I play a chess game. And yeah, those are the things I've been a lot more interested. I got a brand new rig lately, and little petty fights are becoming a little less interesting, and it is silly for somebody my age to be covering these type of things. Now, I don't cover the type of stuff he covers. He has two separate audiences, one on Instagram, I think, or Snapchat. I forget where he runs it. One of those two. I don't have an audience like that. I'm not interested in going there. That is definitely a young man's game. But, it got me thinking, well, I guess we'll just watch the video together. We got some time. We're going to watch the whole thing, at least where this starts. And I'm going to give my commentary on it. It's probably going to be a little longer video, but I had to say something.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our final story. Myself, Keemstar, DramaLore. We need to have a talk, okay? A couple days ago, I uploaded a video talking about Charlie and Little Huddy's relationship. These are two TikTokers. Charlie's 16, Little Huddy's like 18. And well, there were many comments calling me a weirdo. This person said a 40-year-old man is reporting on teens dating. Guy's a weirdo! This other person said, imagine being 40 years old and talking about teenagers' relationships. And another person said, this dude talking about TikTok is so cringe. This dude is 40 years old, man. Okay.
All right. Here's the thing that gets me about this and these type of complaints. But I don't think this is a typical drama alert act. I mean, he's in Keemstar mode. He's in drama alert Keemstar mode. But I mean, if you compare DramaLore, which is a internet version, YouTube version of TMZ, you got guys well into their 40s, 50s, and 60s that do tabloid type news entertainment. TMZ has been doing it for years. National Enquirer, any of these papers that you would, at least when I lived in the States, could pick up at any corner store. And that's what Keemstar does, and the age range for that is limitless, but is kind of, a normal. You start in your 20s, you retire in your, late 60s and 70s. And it's, I guess it really bugs me, but at the same time, I get it, that people find that weird, I suppose. I don't cover this stuff because I'm not interested in this. Keemstar has an audience that he has to supply. I have a niche audience that I have to supply with. If I start talking about some TikToker's relationship, I'm just going to get goofed on by you guys for the most part. But in some ways, I do find it a bit unfair. I think it's crap. I don't know why the standard on YouTube is youth. It's not always going to be that. When YouTube's 20 or 30 years old, it's not going to be uncommon to see people in their 50s and 60s on here being YouTubers. It's a young man's game now because it's a young medium. I'll let Keem go on.
Hey, time out. Let's have a talk about this, all right? I'm not 40, but I'm going to be 40 soon. I'm 38 years old. And these guys are right. Me talking about TikTokers and these underage relationships and stuff is cringe, and it is weird. And they're not wrong. But what exactly could I do about it? I can't reverse my age. Trust me, I tried. I've talked to some scientists. I've been trying to get in there, maybe use some CRISPR, change the DNA to make myself younger. Just the technology's not there yet. And I absolutely have to cover these stories because that's what my fans want. Now, I know many of you on YouTube don't want this, but DramaLore is also uploaded to Snapchat, and those fans do want that content. So listen, guys. My age, right? The fact that I'm old has been a problem my entire career. I've been a YouTuber for over 11 years, and I started when I was 27 years old. So I had a late start, and like, it's just gonna keep being a problem. And when I got this feedback from running this story, it made me really open my eyes. I cannot host DramaLore forever. And I shouldn't be hosting this show when I'm 40 years old because it is awkward and it is strange for me to cover, you know, really young entertainers and stuff. So after uploading...
And that's the thing. It's only awkward because this is a young medium. It wouldn't be awkward if he was covering, you know, Justin Bieber when he was 17 or 18 years old 10 years ago and he was well into his 40s. It's just, there's something about YouTube. I hear the same thing. Probably not at the level that he does. I hear the same kind of stuff. Why do you care what these 20-year-old commentators are doing? It's not so much of care. I see them as adults. I see them as my peers. But, yeah, I get it. Just because, you know, I think that's normal and okay, it doesn't mean that, you know, young people are going to think. And ultimately, young people make the decisions around here on, you know, who's going to get the... monetize money and who's not. But again, it just, if this wasn't the internet, you know, I mean, look, he started at 27. That's because there was no YouTube when he was in his early 20s or teens. I started doing this, I think I was 35. Keemstar got me on maybe the greatest YouTube podcast of all time, Baited. I was 39. I'm 43 now. I don't feel like stopping, but I do feel that sort of, what the fuck am I doing sometimes on certain subjects.
Putting that video, I did come to the conclusion that I cannot be the host of DramaLore forever. We are now looking at potentially selling my company or hiring a new host to come on over the next 2 years. I'd like to do it before I'm 40. I don't know if it's going to happen by then. But what I didn't want to do is do this behind your back. I want you guys to be a part of who the host is or what happens and the move that I make. I don't want to betray you in any shape or form. And if I sell DramaLore or I hire a new host to come on this show, it doesn't mean I'm retiring. I can't imagine a world where I'm not a YouTuber. I want to go off and make another channel and do something completely different than what DramaLore is. Because being a YouTuber, being an entertainer, and making content for viewers is a big part of my life. It's what I love. You know, everybody in their life has these pillars that hold their life up, whether it be a girlfriend or friends, family, their job. And for me, my pillars are my friends, my family, this YouTube career, this YouTube community, and this, man, and you guys. Like, those are the things I care about more than anything. So basically, I just wanted to have this open conversation with you because I won't be the host of DramaLore forever, and I didn't want to just shock you in the future with this. I wanted to let you know that this is what's going on.
Now, I'm the first to criticize Keemstar. You know, he has the dramatic ending, and it was edited in there. It's done that way for a purpose, but that doesn't mean that sort of sad reaction wasn't sincere. He probably saw it in editing, and we'll leave that in. But that doesn't mean it's not sincere. And I think it's very sincere. In fact, I know it is. Because we're coming up with the year anniversary. I think it was July 7th or 8th. For the last time I was in Baited, I assume that's going to be the last episode. And he kind of took me aside and said, you really need to start doing something else or working toward something else. And This is I'd mentioned this before. I was a little surprised because we don't trust each other, so even to this day. But and I don't trust him, but I could tell that there was a sincerity there, because he's like, I'm 37. What are you, like, 49 or some shit like that? And I could tell that you can't do this kind of stuff forever, and he knows that, and he's a much better position than I am. So I know he's telling the truth here, and it sucks. It sucks not only for him, and it sucks for me. It just sucks all around. I mean, you know what my advice is? Do it till you don't want to do it, and put up with the bullshit. Now, again, I couldn't report the kids' relationship stuff either unless something really funny happened. And I don't really give a shit if they're 17. If they do something stupid, that's my zone. That's my area. That's my territory. But I could do that to somebody who's 37 as well, and have. But I guess if I had to say it, so I think you should do it till you're uncomfortable, or do it till you don't enjoy it. And maybe there's a part of that. I think all of us wish it was 2016 again. I think people in their early 20s wish it was 2016 again. And this platform's changed so much and so many things, and it's not as fun as it used to be. It's not as edgy as it used to be. It's not as wild. It's like that, and it's like in Red Dead Redemption, like all the cowboys are pretty much filtered out in the early 20th century. By 1908, 1911, the West has been tamed, and the only guys that are left are just kind of laughable. And that's why I think that he felt that way. I think that fade out was sincere, and I am the first one to point out if I think he's trying to manipulate. And I haven't stopped, even though he's invited me on. I haven't stopped. I have a pretty good relationship right now. It's probably as good as it'll ever be. But I can't say that I wasn't really bummed out when I saw this, and because it forced me to think about myself. And yeah, I'm making this about me for sure, because this is what got me to upload. But everything we do on this thing, every gift that every YouTuber has, even PewDiePie, him, it comes from this. It comes from gaming. I'm not leaving gaming, period. I want to see the technology grow. I want to see esports grow. I want to see all the changes they make. I want to see how the arcade one-up things works out years from now. I can't wait till these are retro. Yeah, the games are retro, but the concept isn't. I want to see how virtual reality works out. I'm not leaving gaming, period. It's not happening. Gaming spawned the YouTube commentary community. It spawned PewDiePie. Almost every major YouTuber that's left gaming has a connection to gaming. And I'm not leaving that. I don't care. All those guys, like those Twin Galaxy guys, can do it into their 50s and 60s, so can I. And I don't care what you think. And I guess that's my message to Keem. Unless that's what you want to do and sell your company, but do it. But don't Ray William Johnson your way into this, because if you put somebody else in there, they're going to have a lot of that's a big weight to lift off their shoulder. You'll always be in the shadows. You'll always be the host of DramaLore. That's going to be a lot, and that's what happened to Ray. Ray put somebody else in there, then he fired them. Robbie Motts, remember him? And then it just was a continued decline. You might have to recognize that DramaLore is Keemstar. I scratch a living together with this stuff, and it's great because I can be with my kid while my wife can work, out of town. And I appreciate that. And a lot of that probably, definitely comes from Keem and Baited and all that other stuff. But I guess my thing is, you're rich, do what you want. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep doing it. In order for me to blow up like Keem or get any bigger, I'm going to have a rebirth or some kind of subject that's going to happen that sends this channel into a different direction. Maybe that one day that might happen. Happened once before. Used to do hockey. It was okay to be in your 30s and doing hockey, though. There's no age limit in being a sports fan. There does seem to be still this kind of artificial age thing in the gaming YouTube space, for lack of a better word. But I guess that's my message. unless you feel like you got to do this, I'd keep doing it. Some guy on your comment section that wishes he could even have a quarter of what I have, but doesn't know how to do it because he doesn't have the guts or the talent. Likely both. Yeah. This actually makes me want to work harder. Look for more videos.